Guardians of the Galaxy was released October 26, 2001, to a pretty lukewarm showing coming off the Marvel's Avengers. Trash! To me, it looked cool, but it quickly faded to obscurity, and I forgot about it. So my expectations going into this game were non-existent, and they exceeded that in every way possible. I had a blast playing this game, even if the dialogue can get a bit repetitive.
Flark. Oh, Flark. Shoo! Flark off! What the Flark is that? What the Flark?
Flark!
It's about Flark in time.
This game really wowed me with the visuals and the character development and the overall narrative story, which really made me feel for these characters, which is so important because that's something that was always nailed in the movies. Without spoiling anything, there's a totally missable scene with Drax that is so emotional, and I think it's a deeper look into the character. This game really does make you feel like you're going through a journey through the galaxy. But what about the trophies? 59 trophies!
But wait! There's more!
29 of them are non-missable trophies. Easy to obtain, right? On paper, yes, but for me, this was extremely difficult. If you plan to platinum this game, this is the most important part. So I played the game pretty normally, just kind of went through each mission, collecting collectibles when I can, not following a guide. Not knowing that this would bite me when it came to replaying the game and picking up the collectibles, because each collectible is tied to a cutscene that occurs after the mission, and mine bugged out. So if you're planning to platinum this game, I recommend following a collectibles guide, and with that out of the way, let's get into the first trophy. Now comes to our first missable trophy. You must win the bet against Rocket. My sense of style is always easy to me. It fits like a glove. Revive a fallen teammate. Everyone needs a pickup every once in a while. Stagger 25 enemies for pure swagger. Obtain a maximum possible momentum 10 times. I'm an unstoppable force. Now, getting the Guardians call to action can be a little bit time consuming. I suggest using only the blasters until the icon props up, and you're going to need to do this for every single one of the Guardians to get their call to action. Execute a fail air attack 10 times and the crowd will go wild. Execute an auto combo with Gamora for a killer friendship. Invest in at least one special ability to become a dream team. Execute an auto combo with Rocket. Aim assist is strong with this one. Execute an auto combo with Groot to stay limber or the tree will go timber. Drax the Destroyer will become the Dismember. Now this here is the hardest trophy to do, especially after dealing with the Nova Corps the entire game. You're still gonna have to pay the fine.
Let's get this over with. Confirm payment.
Thoughtful Captain, find half of the Guardians collectibles. Interrupted charge with Groot's call to action. For the perfect attitude adjustment, defeat 20 enemies with the Star-Lord's Eye of the Hurricane. And if that doesn't work, adding injury to insult, defeat 10 enemies affected by Drax's wrath. Defeat 20 enemies with Rocket's call to action, added to the gun show. Defeat 20 enemies with Gamora's Executioner, trained to perfection, prepare for execution. Defeat 15 enemies with the Hammer ability, welcome to Bullet Hell. Invest in all special abilities, I'm fully loaded. Revive your teammates 10 times with Groot's ability for the perfect herbal remedy. Defeating 15 enemies with staggered charge shots was really annoying trophy to go for, considering that the mechanics of the game are just not optimized. But at the end, I knocked them down and knocked them down again. Now, Drax's call to action is one of the hardest ones to trigger in my opinion. His attacks are so up close and he can get knocked down the easiest, but once you do, he becomes the Hulkbuster. And then last but not least, the most time-consuming trophy. Collecting 65% of all the collectible trophies was the most time-consuming for me because it required me to do 2.5 playthroughs, considering that it took a lot of time for me to figure out that I even needed to delete my data in order for it to track properly. Anyways, hopefully you don't have to run into that issue, because otherwise this is one of the easiest games to platinum. It's a blast. It's a lot more fun than people give it credit for. It's one of the easier and one of the better games to platinum, and is one hell of a ride. As long as you follow a guide to get the collectibles, this is a breeze. But in my case, I had to travel the galaxy in order to get this platinum. It was truly a mission. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we complete the Guardians of the Galaxy Platinum Trophy. Now, this is definitely one of the easiest games to platinum. Anyways, if you're new here, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you enjoy this type of content, let me know by leaving a like. Until next time, peace.